Here's a test, and I want you to actually run it in your head before I say anything else. Tomorrow, you can't be in the building. Neither can your best coach. The only person available is somebody you hired 3 weeks ago who has never met these athletes. Can that person walk in, pick up the day, and run a session that looks exactly like your session? Not a similar session, not a modified session, yours. The answer is no, you don't have a program problem. You have a structure problem. Because whatever is in your coach's head right now, the timing, the order, what to push, what to leave out, that's the actual program. The paper is just a suggestion at this point. And anything that lives in a head walks out of the door when that person leaves. So let's build the day that passes the test. The first thing to understand is that the day is built on time, not on exercises. That sounds obvious and almost nobody does it. Most programs are written as a list of movements and then time gets applied to them afterwards, which is why sessions run long and the last block gets cut off. We do not do it the other way. The day is a series of constraints, and each of those 15 minutes, each defined by a job, and the exercises get placed into those containers or constraints that actually exist. Every day opens the same way. 5 minutes of core, 5 minutes of coordination, all groups together. That never changes. It's 10 minutes. It's identical on Monday and identical on Friday. That's consistency, and that's the real work. It's the part of the session a new hire cannot get wrong, and it's where your standards get set before anybody touches load. Then you're looking into blocks. You have block 1 and you have block 2, and those are your main. Inside each of these, you have 1 main lift and 3 accessories. 1, not 3 heavy things you're excited about. 1 thing that gets coached hard and 3 things that get done well. If your session length gives you extra blocks beyond those 2, those blocks run light, arms, core, stretch to be able to get athletes moving. No heavy movements hiding in the block 4, and on a both day, you're running 2 lifting blocks and then conditioning in that order. Unless you flipped it, then the finisher closes it out, flexing between 5 to 10 minutes. It's a coach's choice, and that's one is placed in the day where a coach gets to be a coach with some freedom. The reason it's 1 main and 3 accessories is cognitive load. This is a piece owners underrate. Every exercise on the floor costs your coach's attention. A main lift at real intensity needs eyes, needs cues, needs somebody watching the 4th rep for the position breakdown. Put 2 of those in a 15-minute block, and now neither one gets coached. Your coach is tragically trying to figure things out. 1 main means the hard thing actually gets the attention, what's put on there to receive, and the accessories run at a load and rep range athletes can execute without a coach standing over them. That's not lowering the standard, that's spending attention where it needs to. It buys the most amount of attention. Now the progression, because a structure without a progression is just a schedule. Across 20 blocks, you have 2 main lifts as a strength work, low reps, 3 to 5 reps. They change every 4 weeks. Sets first, then reps, never past 5 reps main. Meanwhile, the accessories hold a steady work prescription. They don't chase anything. They accumulate the volume. And the new exercises don't get sprinkled in whenever somebody has an idea. The load in at the start of the 24-week block. Now here's the piece owners push back on. 20 weeks on the same lift. The objection is always the same. The athletes will get bored. And I'll tell you plainly, boredom is a buy-in problem, and you don't fix buy-in with novelty. You fix it with standards, with coaching, and with the athlete being able to see the number go up. An athlete who has added 40 pounds to a lift over 4 months is not bored. An athlete who does a new exercise every week has never been on anything long enough to actually see the number move, which is exactly why you don't need entertainment to stay engaged. Here's a second reason, and it's about your staff. A coach cannot get good at coaching a movement they see for 3 weeks. 20 weeks on the same pattern means By week 6, your newest coach knows the 3 cues that fix that lift for about 80% of your athletes. Your coaching quality compounds, they rotate through exercises consistently, and you've guaranteed your staff puts permanently mediocre at all the time because they're always coaching something new. And volume is the most important variable you have. More than frequency, more than exercise selection, volume requires time on the same thing. You cannot accumulate meaningful volume on a lift you abandon within 3 weeks. So, the 2 mistakes here, the first is building a day around what sounds good instead of around the containers or constraints you have. Somebody sees something, wants to try it out, and it gets wedged in. The day run long, the finisher disappears, and the structure erodes one good idea at a time. The second is swapping the main lifts when an athlete stalls. Almost always the answer is not a new exercise. It's sets and reps inside one of those. Change the version if you must. Don't change the pattern. That's a micro decision, not a macro one. And once a week, run the adaptation checklist. It's an audit, not a calculator. You look at the whole week you built out, you check off every movement and every adaptation you covered, and then you look for the gaps to fill them in. That's how you make sure the structured training athletes get every time. Actually they get what they need, and it's not just things that coaches feel comfortable with. Step 4 of the facility step builder does all of this. It takes what you set in steps 1 through 3 and autofills the daily structure. Every block, what goes in it, sets, reps, main lifts, marked with a triangle, so anyone knows exactly where they need to be at, and every movement, all that matters. Print that one page out, and it's your session. That's what you hand the new hire. The builder is free, and it's live at stsystem.netlify app. Go build a day and look at what comes out. And if you want the whole system installed for your specific facility, the daily structure, the 20-week progression, scaling and checklist, so it runs whether you're in the building or not, that's the facility system build. That's what I do. Reach out and let's talk, and let's see how I can work with you specifically. Next week, we'll take this day and stamp it across a full year, 52 weeks. Every session coded, built about in a morning. And remember, systems drive success. See you next time.